Today we go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the sequel trilogy that will be directed by J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 will begin principal photography in just a couple of days from now. In fact, we're getting very close to that stage in which they will begin filming over at Cardington in the UK for various different sequences involving Episode 9. Now, today I wanted to talk about a very interesting subject involving both Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker. Now, this all comes from some of the different concept art descriptions that we have heard before in the past about the Anakin Skywalker hybrid Force Ghost. And you guys may have heard about this about a month or so ago. We were talking about this. It raised a lot of questions on whether or not we will be getting a Anakin Skywalker and a Luke Skywalker reunion in Episode 9. And this is one thing that Rian Johnson didn't want to do in Star Wars The Last Jedi and decided to have Luke and Yoda because it made more sense to him. He also didn't want to have Obi-Wan thrown in there because Luke wouldn't be able to recognize the Ewan McGregor version of Kenobi. However, I believe what they could have done was all they had to do was CGI and recreate Sir Alec Guinness. But looking past all of this, I think that an Anakin Skywalker and a Luke Skywalker reunion, both father and son, in Force Ghost form, would be pretty amazing. And I don't know if you guys think that this is a good or a bad idea, because of this reason and this reason only, is what would they do with the image of Anakin Skywalker? Would they have Hayden Christensen as a young Anakin, or would it be an older Anakin Skywalker, like in the original cut of Return of the Jedi, where you see the older version of his Force Ghost? Now, let's say if they went with the younger version of Anakin, and then you have an older Luke Skywalker. Now, I'm not quite sure how that would look on screen. Some of you guys out there may think that's a bad idea and that they should actually have Anakin Skywalker as a different actor and have him be portrayed as an older man in the form of a Force Ghost next to his own son. So, I don't know, if Disney were to do something like that, where, Hayden Christensen is, thrown out the window as Anakin, because I just don't know how I would feel about that. It's a very interesting question that a lot of people are talking about lately because of the big possibility of Anakin's Force Ghost coming into play in Episode 9 by director J.J. Abrams. We do know that he wants to implement all the prequel trilogy content as he can in this film to really make it very special and wrap all the 9 movies into one big, fantastic film. So, the whole Anakin Skywalker discussion, having a reunion with Luke Skywalker, it is a interesting debate right now, because if they had a younger version of Anakin Skywalker being portrayed by Hayden Christensen once again, it would be a great thing for a lot of Star Wars fans out there. I think a lot of fans would love to see that. But there's also a handful of people that wouldn't want to see Hayden Christensen in Episode 9 next to an older Mark Hamill. I'm not quite sure how much sense that would really make. So, I could see Disney doing something around the lines where they would grab another actor that looks somewhat like Sebastian and have an older actor portray the Force Ghost of Anakin Skywalker. Now, that, I feel like I wouldn't be able to identify with that because I grew up with the prequel trilogy. I wasn't the guy that grew up with the originals. I grew up with the prequels, and I really do identify Anakin as Hayden Christensen. So by putting Hayden in there, I think it'll have a whole lot more impact on the fans of him having a reunion with his own father, Luke Skywalker. In my mind, they could make something canon where Force Ghosts are able to manipulate their own image and exactly how they want to look, and that brings up another question for sure. Exactly how will Luke Skywalker look as a Force Ghost? Will he have the shorter hair, the shorter beard? Will he look a little bit younger like he did on the planet Crate? Or is his Force Ghost going to be in the form of how he was on the planet ahch-to, where the hair is longer, he's got a gray beard going on, he looks homely, and I'm not quite sure if they would do it that way as well. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.